श्लोका पहले पढ़ लेते हैं। हरे कृष्ण। की जय। Let's chant Brahma Samhita first. ईश्वर परम कृष्ण सच्चिदानंद विग्रह अनादिरादिर्गोविंद सर्वकारण कारणम सहस्रपत्र कमलं गोकुलाख्यं महत्पदं तत्कर्णिकारं तद्धाम तदनन्तां ससंभवं कर्णिकारं महद्यन्त्रं सत्कोनं वज्रकीलकं सदङ्गसत्पादस्थानं प्रकृता पुरुषेण च प्रेमानंद महानंद रसेनावस्थितं हि यत् ज्योतिरूपेण मनुना कामबीजेन संगतं तत्किञ्जल्कं तदंसानं तत्पत्राणि श्रियम् अपि चतुरस्रं तत्परितः श्वेतदीपाख्यमद्भुतं चतुरस्रं चतुर्मूर्ते चतुर्धाम चतुर्कृतं चतुर्भिः पुरुषार्थैश्च चतुर्भिः हेतुभिर्वृतम् सुलेर्दशभिरनाथम् उद्भादो दिग्विदिक्षोऽपि अष्टभिर्निधिभिर्जुष्टम् अष्टभिः सिद्धिभिस्तथा मनुरूपेश्च दशभिर्दिक्पलो परितो सामिर्गौरीश्च रक्तैश्च शुक्लैश्च परिषदर्शभिः शोभितं शक्तिभिस्ताभिरद्भुताभिः समन्ततः एवं ज्योतिर्मयो देव सदानन्द परात्परः आत्मरामस्य तस्यास्ति प्रकृते से समागमः मायाराममनस्य न वियोगस्तया सह आत्मना रमया रेमे तक्तकालं शिश्रिक्षया नियति स रमादेवी तत्प्रिया तद्वशं तदा तल्लिङ्गं भगवान् शम्भोर्ज्योतिरूप सनातनः ययोनिसपारशक्तिः कामबीजं महद्वरेः लिङ्गयोनि आत्मिकजात इमा महेश्वरी प्रजाः शक्तिमान पुरुषो स्वयं लिंगरूपी महेश्वर तस्मिन्नाविर्भुललिंगे महाविष्णुर्जगत्पतिः सहस्रशीर्ष पूरुषा सहस्राक्ष सहस्रपाद सहस्रबाहुर्विश्वात्मा सहस्रांश सहस्रशुः नारायण स भगवान् आपस्तस्मात् सनातनात् आविराशीत्कृतनाट्यो निधि संकर्षणात् योग निद्रां गतस्तस्मिन् सहस्रांश स्वयं महान् तद्रोमबीलजालेषु बीजं संकर्षणस्य च हेमानि अन्धानि जातानि महाभूतावृतानि तु प्रतियन्दम् एवामेकांशत् एकांशत् विश्वति स्वयं सहस्रमूर्धा विश्वात्मा महाविष्णु सनातनः वामनाङ्गदस्रजात् विष्णुं दक्षिणाङ्गत् प्रजापतिं ज्योतिर्लिंगं मया शम्भुं कुच्च देशात् अविसृजत् अहंकारात्मकं विश्वं तस्मादेतद्व्यजयत अथस्तास्त्रिविधैर्वेशे लीलाम् उद्वहत किल योगनिद्रा भगवती तस्य श्रीरिवा संगताः शिश्रिक्षयं ततो नाभिस्तस्य पद्मं विनिर्जयो तन्नालं हेममालिनं ब्रह्मणो लोकम् अद्भुतं तत्त्वानि पूर्वरूधानि कारणानि परस्परम् संभायो प्रयोगश्च विभिन्नानि पृथक् पृथक् चित्शक्त्या सज्जमानोऽथा भगवान् आदिपुरुषः युजयान् मायाय देवो योगनिद्रामकल्पयत् युजैवतु तानि एव प्रविवेश स्वयं गभम् गुहं प्रविष्टे तस्मिंस्तु जीवात्मा प्रतिबुध्यते स नित्यनित्यसम्बन्धः प्रकृतिश्च परैव च एवं सर्वात्मा सम्बन्धं नाभ्यं पद्मं हरेरभूत् तत्र ब्रह्म भवद्भूयश्चतुर्वेदी चतुर्मुख संजतो भगवत्शक्त्या तत्कीलं किलचोदिताः शिश्रिक्षया मतिं चक्रे पूर्वसंस्कार संस्कृताः ददर्श केवलं ध्वन्तं नान्यत् किमपि सर्वतः उवाच पुरतस्तस्मास्तस्य दिव्य सरस्वती कामकृष्णाय गोविन्द हे गोपीजन इति अपि वल्लभाय प्रियवह्निर्मन्त्रं ते दस्यति प्रियं तपस्तं तापयेतेन तव सिद्धिर्भविष्यति अथ तेऽपि ससूचिरं प्रणं गोविन्दमव्ययम् श्वेतदीपपतिं कृष्णं गोलकस्थं परात्परं प्रकृता गुणरूपिण्या परिपासितं सहस्रदलसम्पन्ने कोटिकिञ्जल्कभ्रमिते भूमिश्चिन्तामणिस्तत्र कर्णिकारे महासने समासीनं चिदानन्दं ज्योतिरूपेण सनातनं शब्दब्रह्ममयं वेणुं विदयन्तं मुखाम्भोजे विलासिनी गणप्रीतं स्वे स्वे रम्यसेरभिस्तुतम् अथ वीणानिनादस्य त्रयमूर्तिमयी गतिः स्फुरन्ति प्रविवेशासु मुखं जानि स्वयंभुवाहु गायत्रीं गायतस्तस्मादधिगत्य सरोजज संस्कृताश्चादिगुणो नातिजतम् अगमत् ततः त्वयि प्रबुद्धो अथा विद्धिर्विज्ञात तत्त्वसागरः तुष्टाववेदसारेण श्रुत्यनानेन केशवम् चिन्तामणि प्रकर सद्मसु कल्पवृक्ष लक्षावृतेषु सुरभिरभिपालयन्तम् लक्ष्मीसहस्रसम्भ्रमां सेव्यमानं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि वेणुं क्वनन्तम् अरविन्ददलायताक्षं बार्हावतां सम्मसिताम्बुदसुन्दराङ्गम् कन्दर्पकोटिकमनीयविशेषशोभां गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि आलोलचन्द्रकालसद्वनमाल्यवंशी रत्नाङ्गदं प्रणयकेलिकलाकिलविलासं श्यामं त्रिभङ्गललितं नियताप्रकाशं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि अङ्गानि यस्य सकलेन्द्रियवृत्तिमन्ति पश्यन्ति पान्ति कलयन्ति चिरं जगन्ति आनन्दचिन्मय सदुज्जलविग्रहस्य गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि अद्वैतमच्युतम् अनादिमनन्तरूपम् आद्यं पुराणपुरुषं नवजौवनं च वेदेषु दुर्लभम् अदुर्लभम् आत्मभक्तो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि पन्थास्तु कोटिशतवत्सरसम्प्रगाम्यो वायुरथापि मनसो मुनिपुङ्गवानं स्वापि अस्ति यत्प्रपदसिम्नि अविचिन्त्य तत्त्वे गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि एकोऽपि असो रचयितुं जगदण्डकोटिं यशक्तिरस्ति जगदण्डचयायदन्त अन्धान्तरस्थपरमाणुचयान्तरस्थं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यद्भावभाविता धियो मनुजस्तथैव सम्प्राप्य रूपमहिमासनयानभूषः शक्तिरियमेव निगमा प्रतीथे स्तुवन्ति गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि आनन्दचिन्मयरसप्रतिभाविताभिस्ताभिर्य एव निजरूपतया कलाभिः गोलोक एव निवसति अखिलात्मभूतो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि प्रेमाञ्जनच्छुरिता भक्तिविलोचनेन सन्त सदैव हृदयेषु विलोकयन्ति यं श्यामसुन्दरमचिन्त्य गुणस्वरूपं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि रामादिमूर्तिषु कलानियमेन तिष्ठन् नानावतारमकरोद भुवनेषु किन्तु कृष्ण स्वयं समभवात् परमं पुमानयो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यस्य प्रभा प्रभवतो जगदण्डकोटि कोटिस्वशेष वसुधादि विभूति भिन्नं तद्ब्रह्म निष्कलम् अनन्तमशेषभूतं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि माया हि यस्य जगदण्ड शतानि सूते त्रैगुण्य तद्विषया वेद विधयमाना सत्त्वालम्बे परसत्तं विशुद्ध सत्तं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि आनन्दचिन्मय रसात्मतया मनसु यः प्राणिनां प्रतिफलं स्मरतामुपेत्य लीलायितेन भुवनानि जयति अजस्रं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोलकनाम्नि निजधाम्नि तले च तस्य देवी महेश हरिधामेषु तेषु ते प्रभावनिचया विहितस्य येन गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। सृष्टि स्थिति प्रलय साधना शक्तिरेका छायेव यस्या भुवनानि बिभर्ति दुर्गा इच्छानुरूपम् अपि यस्य च चेष्टते सा गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। क्षीरं यथा दधि विकार विशेष योगात् संजायते नहि तथा पृथक् अस्ति हेतु यः सम्भुतामापि तथा सम्पैति कार्यात् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। दीपाच्चिरये बहि दशान्तरमभ्युपेत्य दीपायते बिभ्रत हेतु समान धर्म यस्ताद्रगे बहि च विष्णुतया विभाति गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। यः कारणं न वै जले भजति स्म योग निद्रामनन्त जगदण्ड सरोमकूपः आधार शक्तिमवलम्ब्य परांस मूर्तिं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। यस्यैक निःश्वसित कालमथावलम्ब्य जीवन्ति लोम बिलजा जगदण्डनाथा विष्णुर्महांसि इह यस्य कला विशेषो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। भास्वन्यथास्म सकलेषु निजेषु तेजः स्वयं कियात् प्रकटयति अपि तद्दत्र ब्रह्म एष जगदण्ड विधानकर्ता गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। यत्पादपल्लवयोगं विनिधाय कुम्भ दन्दे प्रणाम समयेस्य गणाधिराजः विघ्नान् विहन्तुम् अलमस्य जगत्त्रयस्य गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। अग्निर्मही गगनम् अम्बुमरुद्दिशश्च कालस्तथात्मा मनसीति जगत्त्रयाणि यस्माद्भवन्ति विभवन्ति विसन्ति यं च गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। यच्चक्षुरेष सविता सकालगृहाणं राजा समस्तसुरमूर्तिरशेष तेज यस्याज्ञ भ्रमति सम्भ्रमात् कालचक्रो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। धर्मोऽथो पापनिचया श्रुतयास्तपांसि ब्रह्मादिकीटपतगाभिधयश्च जीवः यद्दत्तमात्र विभाव प्रकटो प्रभाव गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। यस्त इन्द्रगोपधवेन्द्र अहोस्व कर्म बन्धानुरूपफलभाजनमातनोति कर्माणि निर्दहति किन्तु च भक्तिभाजं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। यं क्रोधकाम सहज प्रणयादिभीति वात्सल्यमोह गुरुगौरव सेव्य भावेः हञ्जित्य तस्य सादृशं तनुमापुरेते गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। श्रियकान्ता कान्ता परमपुरुषकल्पतरवो द्रुमा भूमिश्चिन्तामणि गणमयी त्वयममृतम् कथागानं नाट्यं गमनम् अपि वंशी प्रियसखी चिदानन्दं ज्योति परमपि तदास्यद्यम् अपि च स यत्र क्षीराब्धिः स्रवति सुरभिभ्यश्च स महान् निमेषारदख्यो वा व्रजति नहि यत्रापि समय भजे श्वेतदीपं तमहम् इह गोलकम् इतीयं विदन्तस्ते सन्तक्षिति विरालचारकटिपये। अथोवाच महाविष्णुर्भगवन्तं प्रजापतिं ब्रह्मं महत्तविज्ञाने प्रजासर्गे च चिन्मतिः पञ्चश्लोकीमिमं विद्यां विश्वदत्तं निबोध मे प्रबुद्ध ज्ञानभक्तिभ्यम् आत्मानि आनन्दचिन्मयि उदेति अनुत्तम भक्तिर्भगवत प्रेमलक्षणा प्रमाणस्तत्सदाचारिस्तदभ्यसार निरन्तरं बोधयानात्मनात्मनां भक्तिमपि उत्तमं लभेत्। यस्य श्रेयस्करं नास्ति यस्य निवृत्तिम् आप्नुयात् यः सिद्धयति मामेव भक्तिं तं से साधयेत्। धर्मानन्यान् परित्यज्य माम् एकं भज विश्वसान यादृशी यादृशी श्रद्धा सिद्धिर्भवति तादृशी कुर्वान् निरन्तरं कर्म लोकयम् अनुवर्तते तेनैव कर्मणा ध्यायन् मां पुरं भक्तिमिच्छति। अहमि विश्वस्य चराचरस्य बीजं प्रधानं प्रकृते पुरांश मायाहितं तेज इदं बिभर्षि विधे विधेहि त्वम् अथो जगन्ति ईश्वर परम कृष्ण सच्चिदानन्द विग्रह अनादिरादिर्गोविन्द सर्वकारण कारण इति श्री ब्रह्म संहिता संपूर्णम. हरि ओम. जय श्री राधा मनमोहन की जय. महाप्रभु की जय. Do you want to read the Brahma Samhita? No. Translation पढ़ना है क्या? Yeah. Let's read the translation, Prabhuji. So our standard 5:5. Let me start. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Text 1. Krishna, who is known as Govinda, is the supreme Godhead. He has an eternal blissful spiritual body. He is the origin of all. He has no other origin, and he is the prime cause of all causes. The spiritual place of transcendental pastimes of Krishna is portrayed in the second verse. The super excellent station of Krishna, which is known as Gokula, has thousands of petals and a corolla like that of a lotus sprouted from a part of his infinitary aspect, the whole of the leaves being the actual abode of Krishna. The whole of that transcendental lotus is the realm wherein dwells Krishna. It is a hexagonal figure, the abode of the indwelling predominated and predominating aspect of the Absolute. Like a diamond, the central supporting figure of self-luminous Krishna stands as the transcendental source of all potencies. The holy name, consisting of 18 transcendental letters, is manifested in a hexagonal figure with six-fold divisions. The whole of that eternal realm Gokula is the hexagonal abode of Krishna. Its petals are the abodes of gopis, who are part and parcel of Krishna, to whom they are most lovingly devoted and are similar in essence. The petals shine beautifully like so many walls. The extended leaves of that lotus are the garden like Dham, that is spiritual abode of Sri Radhika, the most beloved of Krishna. The surrounding external plain of Gokula is described in this verse. There is a mysterious quadrangular place named Swetadeepa surrounding the outskirts of Gokula. Swetadeepa is divided into four parts on all sides. The abode of Vasudeva, Sankarsana, Pradyumna and Aniruddha are separately located in each of these four parts. These four divided abodes are enveloped by the fourfold human requirements such as piety, wealth, passions and liberations, as also by the four Vedas, namely Rig, Sam, Yajud and Atharva, which deal with the mantra and which are the basis of achievement of the fourfold mundane requirements. 10 tridents are fixed in the 10 directions, including the Zenith and Nadir. The 8 directions are decorated with the 8 jewels of Mahapadma, Padma, Sankha, Makara, Kachapa, Mukunda, Kunda and Nila. There are 10 protectors, Dikpalas of the 10 directions in the form of mantra. These associates of the hues of blue, yellow, red and white, and the extraordinary potencies bearing the names of Bimala, etc., shine on all sides. You can read, Prabhuji.
The Lord of Gokula is the transcendental supreme Godhead, the own self of eternal ecstasies. He is the superior of all the superiors and is busily engaged in the enjoyment of the transcendental realm and has no association with his mundane potency. Krishna never consorts with his illusionary energy. Still, her connection is not entirely cut off from the absolute truth. When he intends to create the material world, the amorous pastimes in which he engages by consorting with his own spiritual chit potency, Rama, by casting his glance at the deluding energy in the shape of sending his time energy, is an auxiliary activity. The secondary process of association with Maya is described. Rama Devi, the spiritual chit potency, beloved consort of the Supreme Lord, is the regulatrix of all entities. The divine plenary portion of Krishna creates the mundane world. At creation, there appears a divine halo of the nature of his own subjective portion, Swamsha. This halo is divine Shambhu, the masculine symbol or manifested emblem of the Supreme Lord. This also is the dim to a light reflection of the Supreme Eternal Effulgence. This masculine symbol is the subjective portion of the divinity who functions as progenitor of the mundane world, subject to the supreme regulatrix Niyati. The conceiving potency in regard to mundane creation makes her appearance out of the supreme regulatrix. She is Maya, the limited, non-absolute apara potency, the symbol of mundane feminine productivity. The intercourse of these two brings forth the faculty of perverted cognition, the reflection of the seed of the procreative desire of the Supreme Lord. Text 9. All offspring of the consort of the great Lord Maheshwara of this mundane world are of the nature of the embodiment of the mundane masculine and female generative organs. The person embodying the material causal principle, namely the great Lord of this mundane world, Maheshwara, Shambhu, in the form of the male generating organ, is joined to his female consort, the limited energy, Maya, as the efficient causal principle. The Lord of the world, Mahavishnu, is manifest in him by his subjective portion in the form of his glance.
The Lord of the mundane world, Mahavishnu, possesses thousands of heads, eyes, hands. He is the source of thousands of avatars in his thousands of subjective portions. He is the creator of thousands of individual souls. The same Mahavishnu is spoken of by the name of Narayana in this mundane world. From that eternal person has sprung the vast expanse of water of the spiritual causal ocean. The subjective portion of Sankarsana who abides in Paravyoma, the above Supreme Purusha with thousands of subjective portions, reposes in the state of divine sleep, Yoga Nidra, in the waters of the spiritual causal ocean. The spiritual seeds of Sankarsana existing in the pores of skin of Mahavishnu are born as so many golden sperms. These sperms are covered with the 5 great elements. The same Mahavishnu entered into each universe as his own separative subjective portions. The divine portions that enter into each universe are possessed of his majestic extension, that is, they are the eternal universal soul, Mahavishnu, possessing thousands and thousands of heads. The same Mahavishnu created Vishnu from his left limb, Brahma, the first progenitor of beings, from his right limb, and from the space between his 2 eyebrows, Shambhu, the divine masculine manifested halo.
Page 30. Yeah, 30. Read the 5 translation.
The function of Shambhu?
Yeah.
The function of Shambhu in relation to Jivas is that this universe enshrining the mundane egotistic principle is originated from Shambhu. The basic principle is the Supreme Lord himself.
No. Translation.
The bold one.
Oh,
The bold one.
Yeah.
okay. Thereupon the same great Godhead, assuming the threefold form of Vishnu, Prajapati and Shambhu, entering into the mundane universe, plays the pastime of preservation, cremation and creation and destruction of this world. This pastime is contained in the mundane world. Hence, it being perverted, the Supreme Lord, identical with Mahavishnu, prefers to consort with the goddess Yoganindra, the constituent of his own spiritual potency for the full ecstatic trance of eternal bliss appertaining to his own divine personality. When Vishnu in the ocean of milk wills to create this universe, a golden lotus springs from his navel pit. The golden lotus with its stem is the abode of Brahma, representing Brahmaloka or Satyaloka. Before their conglomeration, the primary elements in their nascent state remain originally separate entities. Non-application of the conglomeration process is the cause of their separate existence. Divine Mahavishnu, primal Godhead, through association with his own spiritual potency, moved Maya, and by the application of the conglomerating principle, created those different entities in their state of cooperation. And after that, he himself consorted with Yoganindra by way of his eternal alliance with his spiritual potency. By conglomerating all those separate entities, he manifested the innumerable mundane universes and himself entered into the inmost recess of every extended conglomerate. At that time, those jivas who had lain dormant during the cataclysm were awakened.
Thank you. The same Jiva is eternal and is for eternity and without a beginning, joined to the Supreme Lord by the tie of an eternal kinship. He is transcendental spiritual potency. The divine lotus which springs from the navel pit of Vishnu is in every way related by the spiritual tie with all souls and is the origin of four-faced Brahma, versed in the four Vedas. On coming out of the lotus, Brahma, being guided by the divine potency, turned his mind to the act of creation under the impulse of previous impressions, but he could see nothing but darkness in every direction. Then the goddess of learning, Saraswati, the divine consort of the Supreme Lord, said thus to Brahma, who saw nothing but gloom in all directions, O Brahma, this mantra, namely Klim Krishnaya Govindaya Gopijana Vallabhaya Swaha, will assuredly fulfill your heart's desire. O Brahma, do thou practice spiritual association by means of this mantra, then all your desires will be fulfilled.
Brahma, being desirous of satisfying Govinda, practiced the cultural act for Krishna in Goloka, Lord of Shvetadipa, for a long time. His meditation ran thus: there exists a divine lotus of 1,000 petals, augmented by millions of filaments, in the transcendental land of Goloka. On its wall there exists a great divine throne on which is seated Shri Krishna, the form of eternal effulgence of transcendental bliss, playing on his divine flute, resonant with the divine sound, with his lotus mouth. He is worshipped by his amorous milkmaids with their respective subjective portions and extensions, and also by his external energy, who stays outside, embodying all mundane qualities. Then Gayatri, mother of the Vedas, being made manifest, that is, imparted by the divine sound of the flute of Shri Krishna, entered into the lotus mouth of Brahma, born from himself, through his 8 ear holes. The lotus-born Brahma, having received the Gayatri, sprung from the flute song of Shri Krishna, attained the status of twice-born, having been initiated by the supreme primeval preceptor, Godhead himself. Enlightened by the recollection of that Gayatri embodying the 3 Vedas, Brahma became acquainted with the expanse of the ocean of truth. Then he worshipped Shri Krishna, the essence of all Vedas, with this hymn: I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, the first progenitor who is tending the cows, yielding all desires, in abode built with spiritual gems, surrounded by millions of purpose trees, always served with great reverence and affection by hundreds of thousands of Lakshmis or Gopis. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who is adept in playing on his flute, his blooming eyes like lotus petals, with head decked with peacock's feather, with the figure of beauty tinged with the hue of blue clouds, and his unique loveliness charming millions of cupids.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, round whose neck is swinging a garland of flowers, beautified with the moon locket, whose 2 hands are adorned with a flute and jewel ornaments, who always revels in pastimes of love, whose graceful 3-fold bending form of Shyamasundara is eternally manifest. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, whose transcendental form is full of bliss, truth, substantiality and is thus full of the most dazzling splendor. Each of the limbs of that transcendental figure possesses in himself the full-fledged functions of the organs and eternally sees, maintains, and manifests the infinite universes, both spiritual and mundane. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who is inaccessible to the Vedas, but obtainable by pure and unerring devotion of the soul, who is without a second, who is not subject to decay, who is without a beginning, whose form is endless, who is the beginning and the eternal Purusha, yet he is a person possessing the beauty of a blooming youth. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, only the tip of the toe of whose lotus feet is approached by the yogis who aspire after the transcendental and betake themselves to pranayama, but drilling the respiration, or by the jnanis who try to find out the non-differentiated Brahman by the presence of elimination of the mundane, extending over thousands of millions of years. He is an undifferentiated entity, as there is no distinction between potency and the possessor thereof. In his work of creation of millions of worlds, his potency remains inseparable. All the universes exist in him, and he is present in his fullness in every one of the atoms that are scattered throughout the universe at one and the same time. Such is the primeval Lord whom I adore.
I adore the same Govinda, the primeval Lord, in whose praise men who are imbued with devotion sing the mantra suktas told by the Vedas, by gaining their appropriate beauty, greatness, thrones, conveyances, and ornaments. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, residing in his own realm, Goloka, with Radha, resembling his own spiritual figure, the embodiment of the ecstatic potency possessed of the 64 artistic activities, in the company of her confidants, Shakhis, embodiments of the extensions of her bodily form, permeated and vitalized by his ever blissful spiritual rasa.
74.
Page 74.
Page number 74.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who is Shyam Sundara, Krishna himself, with inconceivable, innumerable attributes, whom the pure devotees see in their heart of hearts with the eye of devotion tinged with the salve of love. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who manifested himself personally as Krishna, and the different avatars in the world in the form of Rama, Narsingha, Vamana, etc. as his subjective portions. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, whose effulgence is the source of the non-differentiated Brahman, mentioned in the Upanishads, being differentiated from the infinity of glories of the mundane universe, appears as the indivisible, infinite, limitless truth.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who is absolute substantive, principle being the ultimate entity in the form of the support of all existence, whose external potency embodies the threefold mundane qualities, with sattva, rajas, and tamas, and diffuses the Vedic knowledge regarding the mundane world. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, whose glory ever triumphantly dominates the mundane world by the activity of his own pastimes, being reflected in the mind of recollecting souls as a transcendental entity over ever blissful cognitive rasa. Lowest of all is located Devi Dhamma. Next above is Mahesa Dhamma. Above Mahesa Dhamma is placed Hari Dhamma, and above them all is located Krishna's own realm named Goloka. I adore the primeval Lord Govinda, who has allotted their respective authorities to the rulers of those graded realms. The external potency Maya, who is of the nature of the shadow of the seed potency, is worshipped by all people as Durga, the creating, preserving, and destroying agency of this mundane world. I adore the primeval Lord Govinda, in accordance with whose will Durga conducts herself. Just as milk is transformed into curd by the action of acids, but yet the effect of curd is neither same as or nor different from its cause, viz. Milk, so I adore the primeval Lord Govinda, of whom the state of Shambhu is a transformation for the performance of the work of destruction.
Thank you. The light of one candle being communicated to other candles, although it burns separately in them, is the same in its quality. I adore the primeval Lord Govinda, who exhibits himself equally in the same mobile manner in his various manifestations. I adore the primeval Lord Govinda, who, assuming his own great subjective form, who bears the name of Sesa, replete with the all-accommodating potency, and reposing in the causal ocean with the infinity of the world in the pores of his hair, enjoys creative sleep, Yoga Nidra. Brahma and the other lords of the mundane worlds, appearing from the pores of hair of Mahavishnu, remain alive as long as the duration of one exhalation of the latter, Mahavishnu. I adore the primal Lord Govinda, of whose subjective personality, Mahavishnu, is the portion of portion. I adore the primal Lord Govinda, from whom the separated subjective portion Brahma receives his power for the regulation of the mundane world, just as the sun manifests some portion of his own light in all the effulgent gems that bear the names of Suryakanta, etc. I adore the primal Lord Govinda, whose lotus feet are always held by a Ganesha upon the pair of tumuli protruding from the elephant head in order to obtain power for his function of destroying all the obstacles on the path of progress of the three worlds.
The three worlds are composed of the 9 elements, namely fire, earth, ether, water, air, direction, time, soul, and mind. I adore the primeval Lord Govinda, from whom they originate, in whom they exist, and into whom they enter at the time of universal cataclysm. The sun, who is the king of all the planets, full of infinite effulgence, the image of the God of the good soul, is as the eye of this world. I adore the primeval Lord Govinda, in pursuance of whose order the sun performs his journey, mounting the wheel of time. I adore the primeval Lord Govinda, by whose comfort powers are maintained the manifested potencies that are found to exist of all virtues, all vices, the Vedas, the penances, and all jivas, from Brahma to the meanest insect. I adore the primeval Lord Govinda, who burns up to their roots all fruitive activities of those who are imbued with devotion and impartially ordains for each the due enjoyment of the fruits of one activities, of all those who walk in the path of work, in accordance with the chain of their previously performed works, no less in the case of the tiny insect that bears the name of Indragopa than in that of Indra, the king of the Devas. I adore the primeval Lord Govinda, the meditators of whom, by meditating upon him, under the sway of wrath, amorous passion, natural friendly love, fear, parental affection, delusion, reverence, and willing service, attain to bodily forms befitting the nature of their contemplation.
Thank you. Go to page 103.
I worship that transcendental seat known as Shvetadipa, whereas loving consorts of the Lakshmis in their unalloyed spiritual essence practice the amorous service of the Supreme Lord Krishna as their only lover, where every tree is a transcendental purpose tree, where the soil is a purpose gem, all water is nectar, every word is a song, every gate is a dance, the flute is the favorite attendant, effulgence is full of transcendental bliss, and the supreme spiritual entities are all enjoyable and tasty, where the numberless milk cows always emit transcendental oceans of milk, where there is eternal existence of transcendental time, who is ever present, with and without past or future, and hence is not subject to the quality of passing away, even for the space of half a moment. That realm is known as Gokuluka, only to a very few self-realized souls in the world. On hearing these hymns containing the essence of the truth, the Supreme Lord Krishna said to Brahma, Brahma, If you experience the inclination to create offspring by being endowed with the real knowledge of the glory of the Godhead, listen, my beloved, from me to this sign set forth in the following 5 shlokas. When the pure spiritual experience is excited by means of cognition and service, super excellent and all our devotional service characterized by love for the Godhead is awakened towards Krishna, the beloved of all the souls. The highest devotion is attained by slow degrees, by far the method of constant endeavor for self-realization, with the help of scriptural evidence, theistic conduct, and perseverance in practice. The preliminary practices of devotion, sadhana bhakti, are conducive to the realization of loving devotion. Loving devotion, than whom there is no superior well-being, who goes hand in hand with the attainment of the exclusive state of supreme bliss, and who can lead to myself.
Abandoning all meritorious performances, serve me with faith. The realization will correspond to the nature of one's faith. The people of the world act ceaselessly in pursuance of some ideal. By meditating on me, by means of those deeds, one will obtain devotion characterized by love in the shape of the supreme service. Listen, O Vidhi, I am the seed, that is, the fundamental principle of this world of animate and inanimate objects. I am Pradhana, the substance of matter. I am Prakriti, the material cause, and I am Purusha, efficient cause. This fiery energy that belongs specially to the Brahman, that inherits in you, has also been conferred by me. It is by bearing this fiery energy that you regulate this phenomenal world of animate and inanimate objects.
Jai Sri Brahma Samhita ki. So today we won't read the Srimad Bhagavatam, we will discuss the Radhakund pastimes, because today is the appearance of Radhakund. So before that we just sing. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivara Dhari 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 Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivara Dhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivara Dhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva. Nithai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nithai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nithai Gaura Hari Bol. Gaur Premanande. Om Ajnanatimmirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yenai Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Padantikam. Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamsa Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatha Nitam Tam Sajivam Sadhaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakha Nitam Sa. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radhakanta Namastute. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye. Vancha Kalpatarubhya Sasya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavinebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Mukham karoti vachalam pangum langheti girim yat kripatamaham bande Sri Guru Dinatarinim. Narayanam namastute narashaivam narottamam Devi Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayam Udiraye. Hare Krishna. So anyone has gone to Radhakund? You know what is Radhakund means? Have you been to Vrindavan? No. Okay, so I just give some brief for you where it is. So this is a picture. Here you can see. So it's a place Radhakund, which is in the district of Uttar Pradesh, technically in India, and around 3.5 hours from Delhi, and 20 minutes from Vrindavan, and Mathura is the place where Mathura it may take maximum half an hour. So Radhakund is the place where it is situated in India, right now in Bharat Barsha, and in Vrindavan Dham. That's also called Braj Mandal. So this Braj Mandal, when they go, it is come, and during the Kartik month, in the Govardhan Parikrama, the whole Govardhan Parikrama around, how many miles? 22 kilometers? 21? Around 21, 22 kilometers. So within that, Radhakund, Shyamkunda falls within that Parikrama mark. So you can do. So today is the auspicious appearance day of Radhakund. So that's what Vishaka asked me to talk about the Radhakund's pastime. So there is a book written by Mahanadi Swami called Radhakund Mahima Madhuri. I'll follow some of the things, and also if you can get the nectar of instruction. So as we know, there are different places. The better place from Africa is Europe. From Europe, the better place from Europe to is America, and within America also there are much better places within the cities itself, because of the quality of living, because of the ambience, because of the weather and many conditions, right? Or because people love it. So similarly, in the spiritual world, in the spiritual varieties also, there are different places, degree of things. Just like basic spiritualism starts with Brahma Gyan. And then after Brahma Gyan, what we do is we get the Paramatma Gyan. And after Paramatma Gyan, we get to know about Bhagavan Gyan, means the knowledge of the Supreme Lord. So similarly, there are rasas. Are there? How many rasas we have? 5 rasas. So it starts with Shanta rasa, which is the neutral. Then it starts with Dasya rasa, which is servitude, surrender to God, like Hanuman. Then in the 3rd rasa is called Sakhya rasa, and that is friendship. And then 4th one is Vatsalya rasa, like Yasodamai. In this month, Yasodamai we are worshipping. So Vatsalya rasa is love of parenthood. And then final rasa is called Madhurya rasa, which is conjugal love between Radha and Krishna, Gopis and Krishnas, and his girlfriends. So, nectar of instruction written by Rupa Goswami, one verse, I just read this. The holy place known as Mathura is spiritually superior to Vaikuntha, the transcendental world, because the Lord appeared there. Superior to Mathura is the transcendental forest of Vrindavan, because of Krishna's Rasalila pastimes. And superior to the forest of Vrindavan is Govardhan Hill, for it was raised by the divine hand of Sri Krishna and was the site of his various loving pastimes. And above all, the super excellent Sri Radhakund stands supreme, for it is overflowed with ambrosial nectarian prema of the Lord of Gokula, Sri Krishna. Where then is that intelligent person who is unwilling to serve this divine Radhakund, which is situated at the foot of Govardhan Hill? So there is a foolish person who is really not interested to serve at Radhakund. So before we go deeper down into the details, let me give some how it appeared. Radhakund is eternally exist in the spiritual world. Just like when Agni, the fire god, gave Sudarshan Chakra to Lord Krishna, or Lord Krishna got the Panchajanya conch shell from the demon or somewhere else, he got it. So these are all temporary things. It means I have my wallet, I gave it to there. Somebody get me in the second gate, here is your wallet. But it is exist with me. Just I gave it for the sake of when you play with the kids. Okay, I gave you something in your piggy bank, I put the money, you give me. $5 they gave. It is all a father's money. So similarly, Radhakund eternally exists in spiritual world. And when Krishna comes, that is manifested called pastimes. Means it appears again. So as we know, Kansa was a great demon, and he wanted to kill Krishna because it was predicted by the divine sound that the 8th child of Devaki will kill him. So he's trying his level best. Somehow or other wants to kill Krishna. So he's sending many thousands of demons just to kill him. So finally he sent one big demon. His name is called Arishtasura, in the form of a bull, a big bull. And it is described that his tail was touching the cloud, such a big one, like thumping sounds. The Arishtasura came and he was disturbing Radha and Krishna. So then Krishna went and Krishna killed the demon Arishtasura at shot. So once Krishna punched him, the demon was killed. So after that, Krishna came and wanted to meet Radharani. So when he came and wants to meet Radharani, and all the Sakhis are there, then Sakhi said, "Hey, Krishna, Shyam Sundar, stop there." Then Krishna did not, because it is Radharani, he is his property, and he stopped now. He checked by the gopis, by the Sakhis. Then he asked, "Why? No, you cannot touch Radharani." What is my problem? What is the deficiency? You are a sinner. You killed a cow, you killed a bull, killing a cow, and your name is Govinda, and you are killing a bull. But he is not a bull, he was a demon. Doesn't matter, he's a demon or whatever it is. You are a sinner now. Get lost. Go to different places, holy places. When you perform sin, what do? You have to do prayashchit. Or you have to atone our sinful activities, whatever we did. Similarly, when the gopis asked them to do this one, so they said, "Okay, give me a suggestion, you are now my Pandit." Then one gopi said, "Oh, you have to go to the all holy rivers to take bath, and then maybe you will be purified, and then we'll consider, we'll assess your situation, whether you are allowed or not." Then Krishna said, "I am the Supreme Lord, I don't need to go to any holy places. I command them to come over here." And then he, by angry mood, he just punched little bit on his left foot on that ground, and then digged a hole, and the Kund appeared. And when the Kund appeared, there was no water, so Krishna called all the rivers. He started with milk ocean of milk. He started with the Ganga, Godavari, Yamuna. You name everything, all 1,008 big rivers. Not only in the earth, in heavenly planets, in different world. Whatever the big rivers, big holy rivers exist, Kaveri, Sindhu, anything name. When Krishna just meditated on them, they are waiting for taking the command. They are basically willing to serve Krishna before his commandment. That's why they are associated. So anyway, they came and make the Kund Shyama Kund. His name is Shyama Kund because gopis called him Shyama Sundar at the time of the pastimes. So when they call him Shyama, so that name became Shyama Kund. When then Krishna took big bath in the Shyama Kund and came just like hero came, throw his hair, all the water falling here and there, like a full arrogant mood with this. Now I am purified. Come on. So when he came in a very arrogant and puffed out mood, then the gopis said, "Krishna, you are still not allowed." Why? Puffed up persons are not allowed in Radharani's chamber. He was, I did it, now all my command and do this one. But on the other hand, the gopis are jealous that Krishna made such a beautiful arrangement and he did really great. So they are thinking our Radharani has nothing, Kund. So out of competition, out of the Yoga Maya's potency affecting all the gopis, so they said, "Okay, do one thing." They are trying to do certain thing whether they can be bypassing Krishna's opulence. And what he said? When Radharani said, "Okay, you have a Kund, now I wanted to also have a Kund. I wanted to have a similar, not similar, better than yours. All gopis, I have millions of my Sakhis, they are waiting for my command." He just did like this. All the gopis are listening to what Radharani, before they say they are going to execute. So when Radharani asked the gopis that let's do a Kund, the gopi, what Radharani did? She has a bangles, chudi. From there, she digged a little bit. One, so another gopi also started with bangles because we follow dasanu dasa. What our master does, we just imitate. So they one gopis did, one Sakhi, another Sakhi, so all the gopis. Unfortunately, there is no water coming from the Kund. It is becoming big hole. And when they started, when you start something, when you see a deeper place, then you start digging the place, right? Because of the Aristasur put the hoop, there was some depression in the earth. When there is a depression in the earth, so it was little curvy. From there they started. But after doing that also, it took 48 minutes as per the the Shastra injunctions, 48 minutes to complete their task, but there is no water coming. Then Krishna said, I think there is no water coming there. He was teaching, he was listening, he was just standing there. So the gopis are very much worried. Krishna is teaching them again. There is no water in your other side of the kund. So gopis are very perturbed. What to do now? So Krishna said, you can take from my kund if you want. I can keep free for you. So the gopis are very irritated with Krishna's words. He said, no, we are not talking to you. You just be silent. We are making more strategy here to find out how to get our water. So you don't need to worry. Thank you for your offer. We don't care. So gopis are on their own ideas of how to get it. Finally, Radharani ordered that go to Manasi Ganga and get the water. So in the little of their pot they carry, right, how much water they can carry. So Krishna then devised a plan to help the gopis. And what he did, so when Krishna devised a plan, he asked all the holy rivers to appear in a combined, one person, combination of all the holy rivers, and asked her, go to Radharani and help, assist her. So that holy rivers in the personality's form, she came to in front of Radharani and she told. And she not only told, she prayed 100 of verses, which are very beautiful verses, of glorification of Radharani. Because you cannot satisfy a big personality by just going there. You need to glorify him opulently, majestically, or many other ways. You cannot just imagine Krishna is satisfied with just our simple thing. He is satisfied, but still we'll try our best to glorify him in all capacity. There is a chance that he may be satisfied in one day. That's what we're chanting every day, sadhana bhakti. Similarly, when the personified rivers, they prayed to Radharani, after many prayers, Radharani was little, she's a compassionate personified, Radharani herself. Then she allowed her, okay, you can come and fill up my kund with your water, holy rivers. Krishna is waiting that side. So from Shyam Kund, the water flow rapidly, so much gushing sound to fill the Radhakund, just if that she wants to devour the whole universe in 1 minute. So the water fell from that kund. From Shyam Kund to Radhakund it came into. And then they asked that because all the gopis and Krishna said, whenever there is a sinful activities going on, just like somebody died in one home, right? Everybody has to go and take bath, irrespective of it is your or somebody else. So similarly, Krishna's logic was also there, that because the bull was killed here and you are here, you are also get some sin. So you have to also take bath. So they have to also take bath in Radhakund. But alternatively what they did is, now the whole drama is going to end and Radharani came because she was very happy because Krishna gave something. When you give someone, generally there is a reciprocation of love. Right? When you give someone a candy, a book, or a money, or something, there is a reciprocation of love automatically. So Krishna gave his water to Radhakund. So there is an automatic flow of love between gopis and Radharani with Krishna. So Krishna took bath in Radhakund. And he declared with again his hairs, with the water and everything watery. And then he declared now that this kund, Radhakund, will be more glorious than my own kund. And Radharani declares that I love your kund, I will take bath here every day. So they made a settlement. Whenever Krishna says, Krishna always wants his devotees' name should be glorified more than him. That's why he is humble. He declared, Arjuna, you be more glorified than me. Yudhishthira Maharaj, you be more samrat in the whole world than me. I am the Lord myself. But he wants his devotees to be more glorified than he himself. So this is how the Radhakund appeared. But actually the the sentiment of Gaudiya Vaishnavism, how it appeared, is one time when Radha and Krishna, Radhakund is eternally there. So Krishna is meditating, Krishna is chanting, so he wants to meet Radharani one day in one kunj. So gopis are there, Lalita, Sakhi, Vishakha, Chitra, Sudevi, Champaklata, all the gopis are, Sakhis are there. So they basically, it is not possible to meet Krishna and Radharani, they are protected. So when Krishna came, he asked, okay, I want to meet now. Just like a boss comes, I want to see God, open it for. Something like that. So similarly, when Krishna is coming in a mood, then he said, no, you cannot meet Radha unless you chant her name. What is her name? Okay, chant Radha, 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 then you'll meet. Then Krishna sat down in that place under a tree, chanting Radha, 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 Radha. Sometimes he chanted, and after few hours, but Radha is not appearing. She is not appearing. Then one gopi said, she doesn't appear if you are an offender. Can you believe that? When you chant our holy name, 10 offenses to be avoided, right? Then the gopi said, while chanting the name, no inattentive, no offense. And Krishna, but I am not attentive, I am attentive. Yes, that is past, but you are offensive. So they blocked him. Okay, then he was very perturbed and he went back. Finally, they said, okay, your offense will be cleared. Then check it, assess his heart and everything. Then they finally allowed him. So it's basically the pastime goes very intricacy, just like a wave. Just to make it is only Krishna's desire. So make it more efficient and more conjugal. Basically, you get the taste. And when we call, why the Radhakund is superior than everything. So here is the example. Golaka is the place and Barsana is the place Krishna displayed Vatsalya Rasa majestically. Means Yashoda Mai, Barsana, Radharani played with this, with her Vrishabhanu Dulari, Kirtida Sundari, all Vatsalya Rasa. In Dwarka, it displayed the Aishwarya kind, mixed Adurja and Aishwarya Rasa, no Madhurya. But in Vrindavan itself also, can you believe in Nanda Bhava's home Krishna displayed Madhurya Rasa? No. He displayed Vatsalya Rasa. Because of his parents, his elderly gopis, he steals the butter. These are all Vatsalya Rasa. When he goes to the forest, then he displays the Madhurya Rasa with the gopis. So when happened? In Sharad Purnima, we have called the Rasa Purnima. In the Rasa Purnima, when Krishna danced with all the gopis, and many people don't know that why Radharani left the place. You know, right? Radharani left the place and there is big Bhagavatam, Gopi Geet and everything. The reason for Radharani left the place because there are some neophyte gopis are there. Who are the neophyte gopis? They are promoted gopis. Just like Dandakaranya, when Rama was there, he promised the rishis that you will be born as a gopis. They are there. There are some promotions in the material world also, those who have been chanting. For example, we join or somebody else join in the gopis. So we are neophyte gopis in the beginning stage. Right? Radharani doesn't want. These neophyte gopis are disturbing. Can you display confidential topics? Can you talk in front of many people? Can you really talk about your wealth in front of someone stranger? Even though it's very close. Very confidential. Maybe your husband, maybe your father or maybe your mother. Very close and intimate. So, in the Maharashtra, Radharani was a little disturbed because there are so many new devotees, new gopis are there. Who are the gopis? Coming from Dandakaranyas, where Ramachandra issued them to be the gopis. And there are many places, those who have been trying to serve Krishna in the gopi mood, they also get promoted. In the material world, when Krishna perform, they get promoted to this one, and after that they go back to Godhead. So directly they don't go back to Godhead. So it is like we are doing intern. After intern, we got 1 year probation. So that probation is you go to a world where Krishna is performing his spiritual pastimes. You go there, that time still you are finally purification, means you are basically fully trained. Then you go back to Godhead where you serve Krishna in full mood. So those things it is happening in the Vrindavan where there are a lot of neophyte devotees. So in the Maharas, Krishna, Radharani left out of feeling separation and not feeling the full mood. Then Krishna performed another ras with specific gopis like Ashtasakhi and many others who are well trained of our intimate confidential gopis, different places in Radhakund. So those places are how Krishna tricked people. So when Krishna is there and he is doing something, he is trying to meditate on how to get more association with Radha, and Radharani came. He said, no, I have to get my complete perfection in the Kunj near Radhakund. There is a Kunj. So Radharani came and she said, okay, I have to also perform austerities to attain you. So both of them, so Radharani changed her dress and everything and also become like a Krishna, and she's wearing a Rudraksha mala and everything and sitting under the Kunj, and she was chanting and meditating. So both look like Krishna because Radharani also became like Krishna. After a few seconds, the gopis came, and when the gopis came, they saw two Krishna. My goodness, which Krishna is the real Krishna and which is our Radharani? Then Lalita Sakhi said, look, let me do some basic check. So they are both of them are meditating. So who is our Swamini? Then they thought, oh, see Rudraksha and all, Radharani won't do that. This may be Krishna. He's Joker, he does this. So he may be the person with that one. But that is actually Radharani. So they misunderstood Krishna to be Radharani, and Krishna is waiting for that opportunity. So they wake him up. Radhesh. Then Krishna changed her voice in Radharani's voice. And she talked. Then they confirmed, oh, this is Radha. So they took them and talking like, how Krishna is bad. And yeah, then Krishna, yes, he's very bad. He's really not good at all, and this and that. And then finally he wanted to take one. He said, I will to talk to separately. So he took one gopi separately and experimented how Krishna embraces, kisses everything to them and giving the opportunity to enjoy each gopi separately. When the gopis, Lalita, he was trying to do that, what are you doing? No, I'm not doing this. I'm just telling you what Krishna does to me. But he himself, Krishna, he's speaking in Radharani's voice, it's just complexity. And he just basically trying to enjoy the gopis and getting the opportunity how they are mistreated. So after that everything is gone, then real Radharani came, then gopis are again perturbed. Oh my goodness, this is Krishna is so cheater, he's not good, and again things like that. It goes on eternally. The only place in this world where Krishna and Radha doesn't get disturbed is Radhakund. Any places Krishna gets disturbed, distracted by his parents, distracted by his boyfriend, distracted by his other things, social etiquettes and everything. But Radhakund is the place nobody is allowed to come there. It is just extreme Madhurya Rasa. Means it is called concentrated Madhurya Rasa is in Radhakund. Do you know what concentrated means? Just like you drink orange juice and then you get from frozen one, which is concentrated, right? You put little spoon, then it can become 10 glasses. So in Madhurya Rasa, concentrated Madhurya Rasa is in Radhakund. Because Krishna and Radha is anyway not separable. They are inseparable. And they are combined form, the Jugal Kishore Murti. The Jugal Murti is eternally exist. And in Radhakund, they display the extreme concentrated conjugal affairs, which is between gopis and how Krishna cheated, and between Radha and Krishna. The Maharas happened in Jamuna Tir. But that is again, I told you, right? The Maharas, where Radharani left the place, all the bhav is not given in the Bhagavatam, which is given on the gopis bhav, and some portion has been there, Bhagavatam itself. You cannot get the concentrated Radhakund bhav in Bhagavatam itself. So one after another, when the gopis, how they are treated by Krishna, because each gopi wants to have a private life with Krishna. And Krishna gives them the opportunity with Lalita, with the Vishakha, with Champaklita, with their mood. And then finally when they are all treated, nobody knows, then each gopi comes, oh, where did you get this? This is Krishna's symbol here. How did you get this one? How happened? Oh, that is Krishna Radha. So similarly, then again they form a group. Now nobody is allowed and Krishna is not allowed. And by that time, Radha is married to someone called Abhimanyu. And her mother-in-law is Jatila. So Krishna goes different dress. Like he will go one time as Abhimanyu, Radha's husband. Like pagdi like this and that, just as if his stone also makes like Abhimanyu and knock the door. Then Jatila says, oh, Abhimanyu, how come you came so early? Oh, no, I just, something has to be completed, so I came. So there is a place in Braj called Kosi. Kosi means in Braj Bhasa, Kon hai? Who are you? So when in the night when Krishna knocks the door, Radharani is inside, she'll ask him, Kosi, who are you? No answer. So there are many pastimes of Radha and Krishna. In Vrindavan Lila, the Braj Lila is just to understand the intimate pastimes of Radha and Krishna. But now, when we talk about that, what is the necessity? Why don't we talk Radha and Krishna too much? The reason because that there is a chances of not understanding in a right mood, in a right spirit. So that's why we have been given many philosophical books such as Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrit, and many places. Similar book like Nectar of Instruction, Nectar of Devotion, Brahma Samhita, which we read, and many places where you get to know about the basic spiritualism and advanced spiritualism and understand our eternal relationship with soul and super soul and come to a conclusion that we are the Brahman. We are not body. Once we come to the stage, then we try to release the mellows of Radha and Kund. So Prabhupada encouraged everybody that our goal should to understand the Madhurya Rasa. That's what the paramparais, all paramparais, the devotees who are there, all are manjaris. Manjaris means those who are directly do not associate with Krishna, rather they enjoy assisting the gopis for the rasa dance. I make sure that the whole room is set up for someone. I'm making the birthday party to happen, like Yogamaya, or you are putting the flyer, you are putting this one, you are decorating everything so that the person gets more satisfaction. So similarly, the manjaris are kind of a teenagers, less than teenager, and they assist the gopis and Radhas and Krishna have the Rasa Lila, have the mixture, have the union properly. They set the stage, they set the whole motions in Vrindavan. So ultimately one has to know about the relationship between Krishna and the gopis, relationship between Krishna and Radha, and relationship between we and Krishna. Just like Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj says, okay, we love Radha, somebody says, we love Radha because she is dear to Krishna. But Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj corrected, no. We love Krishna because he is dear to Radha. The other way around. So our association with, always with Radha. Radha is our center. Radha is Asraya Vigraha. And Krishna is Vishaya Vigraha. So how Asraya Vigraha? Asraya Vigraha means he takes shelter of someone so that he got the Vishaya. Vishaya means the centrifugal. Who is the Vishaya in your home? Suppose a family is born with a new child, just 1 month. Who is the Vishaya at his home? The child, right? Everything you get. Oh, the TV has to be switched down to 5 volume. The window has to be little off. Or the whole things has to be. Who is the center point? The child. That's what we are, the Vishaya. And Asraya are definitely the parents and everybody. So similarly, in spiritual world also, we have the Vishaya Vigraha and Asraya Vigraha. And how does the Asraya Vigraha take? Asraya Vigraha personification is Radharani. And from Radharani comes who? All the Guru Tattvas. Guru Tattvas like, or the Acharyas in our Vaishnava Sampradaya. And Prabhupada is the last Acharya of the Gaudiya Vaishnava now. So that means we have many other Gurus who are also there giving this knowledge, the transcendental knowledge to all the people. So they are like Asri Vigraha, and ultimately what you get? They are the representative of Radharani. Because they are representative of Radharani means we have to know the mood of the Madhurya Bhav. By coming to Krishna consciousness, to ISKCON, ultimately we need to know the mood of Radha and Krishna. And I'll read one episode from here. Okay? This is one Swamini. Okay. This one here. This. Okay, so let me just give you some description about the kunjas of the Ashtasakhi. Kunja means, do you know what is kunja means? Kunja means a? No, forest. A small groves where the trees are not tall or big. But it is well enough to hide a person. It's like a race strip. You play some game, right? Police and chore police. Yeah? Did you play? So you can hide somewhere else so that somebody cannot catch. So kunja means it's not so dense in terms of big enough. It is not fearful, rather than it is awesome, but at the same time it is forest grove, which is kunja, lata and kunja. Lata, the kind of a small trees which needs a support. So those kind of things. So kunjas. So there are a lot of kunjas there. Let me read about one kunja. In the 8 directions surrounding Radhakunda are the kunjas of Sri Radhika's Ashtasakhis. Each gopi has personally designed and decorated her kunjas in order to deliver unlimited happiness to the divine couple. Surrounding each of the Ashtasakhis kunjas are 8 smaller groves belonging to the 8 assistants of that particular Sakhi. The predominant color and location of each kunja is written in brackets. Limitlessly beautiful Sri Radhakunda is filled with divine couple's splendid love. On every side are the groves of Radha's friends and the humming of many blissful bees. See Lalita Sakhi Kunj, okay? Lightning north side. Lalita's entire kunj is shaped like one large lotus flower, and the joy of all seasons can be experienced here. It is the largest and most dear to Radha and Krishna, because it always pleases them with ever-expanding delight. There are platforms made of gold, crystals, sapphires, and lapis lazuli. In the center of a courtyard, there is a golden temple named Ananga Rangamunja, which is shaped like a 1,000-petal lotus. The kunja expands and contracts in size according to Radha Madhav's desires. Its 8 sub-kunjas resemble an 8-petal lotus flower. Basanta Kunja, one of the sub-kunjas, bring the pleasure of spring, which is beautiful red, white, blue, yellow, and green flowers. And its humming bees are sweet-sounding cuckoos. So let me talk about how it happens. When Krishna disappeared from this world 5,000 years ago, right? Radhakund also disappeared. Because what is the value of all the things they think? If Radha and Krishna are not there, what the Kund will? So Radhakund also disappeared. But Vajranabh, he was the only grandson, great-grandson of Krishna. He revived the whole thing, right? Because he was installed as a king of Mathura after the Sagar Manthan, the fighting between the Yaduj. So Vajranabh recovered the Radhakund and preserved it. But again it is lost in the course of time. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, he asked, what is Radhakund? People don't know what is meant by Radhakund. There is no Radhakund. Yeah, but we know there are 2 things called Syam Khet and Gori Khet. Khet means it's a field, a little field with some muddy water or little water is there, with some anarthas, like unnecessarily bushes and kind of things. So called Syam Khet and Gori Khet. There are 2 there nearby. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is super soul, he is himself Krishna, he knows where the actual location of Radha and Krishna, Radhakund. Then he went and he danced in ecstasy. There is a little water. And he asked Raghunath Das Goswami to really renovate and rebuild a kund. So there is a person came after few months from Badrikashram, and he came to Raghunath Das Goswami, and he mentioned that I have been sent by Badrinarayan, the God. Badrinarayan himself, the Lord of our one dham, Chaturdham, right? Badrinarayan, he sent it to me. He had to give you this much of money to build Radhakund. He was a little bit hesitant, but finally he was allowed to accept the offer. But before that, it was in 15th century, right? Before that, there is a big miracle happened, which is, Akbar. Akbar was a king at the time, Muslim king. He was very faithful towards Vrindavan Dham. He has a very positive and a great appreciation. I don't call it he's a pure devotee, but he's a great appreciation towards Hinduism, as well as especially towards Brajmandal. So he and his at least 50,000 or 100,000 soldiers passing by Brajmandal, just by the Radhakund side. At that time there was no Radhakund, it was just the Khet, Gori Khet and Syam Khet. So there are two them. So when they are passing by, what happened? Somebody asked them, they are thirsty. So Raghunath Das Goswami said, you all can drink the water here in Gori Khet or Syam Khet, this way. So they are laughing. He says, not even one elephant can drink this much. That much of water it doesn't have. How come you will drink? You are saying that drink. But he insisted. No, you go and drink, all of you. Because Akbar has a faith in the saintly person. He never dishonored them, he never digressed them, or he never offends. He always obliges to the saintly person. Doesn't matter if Muslim or Hindu or anyone. He has a strong faith in their words and commandment. So in order to honor his words, he was not fully convinced, but in order to honor his words, he asked his army men to go and drink, one after another. Can't believe. One after another, all 100,000, including elephant, horses, they drank, and the water is same as it was. Why the water came? Because we cannot measure by our mundane eyes the potency of Radhakund. I was watching, if you like, you can watch a YouTube video, Radhakund cleaning, which is 6 minutes 50 seconds. It's a very beautiful video. Somebody put it. I watched it. So that has, I don't know if you have not gone, those who have gone. So we can go, how many? 3 steps maximum, right? 3 stairs in order to take bath. You hold the chain and you go inside the Radhakund and you take bath if you are taking bath. If you are not, that's okay. So 3. But when they're cleaning this, you go likely 50 or 70 down the road under this kund, and there is a center place where they call Khirasagar is there, where the water nobody knows actually what is the end of those and where the water is coming from. And in certain days, Akshay Tritiya or some days, I don't know, Radhakund or Akshay Tritiya days, the water becomes white like milk. The entire water becomes milk. So there are many miracles happen because it is a mysterious place. Radhakund itself is a mysterious place. So there is one turtle. They remain in the Radhakund also because they are great sages. They are personal servant of Radharani. Nobody can stay in that kund without the permission of Radharani. Is it true? Believe that? Yeah. So, have you seen anyone turtle? Yeah. So if you see the turtle also, you can offer obeisances. Don't try to disturb them. So when you see, maybe you do not need to touch them, but you can offer your obeisances and ask them to give your mercy so that we can also someday stay in Radhakund. So that time when Raghunath Das Goswami is trying to build the Radhakund, so Radhakund was there. Then Syam Kund, when he's building, the guys came, the project persons who was managing the whole thing, I have to cut some trees. Then only the kund will look like a good kund. Then he said, okay, next day we can do that. In the night, he had a dream that the Pandavas came and they said that we are staying at the form of a tree to serve Radha and Krishna. Please do not kill us. Please do not disturb us. We are also here to serve. So Raghunath Das Goswami, he basically remembered how the Pandavas are also engaged in devotional service to Radhakund. There is also called Pandava Arjun tree or Pandav trees there. It's a little bit drying up, but it is still there. That's why the Shyam Kund shape became crooked. Because of this, not cutting the tree. So because the tree is there, so it was not. So the shape of the Shyam Kund became like Tribhanga, like Krishna only. Krishna is crooked. He's three band. Krishna is three band, right? What are those three bands? Here, yeah, you can see Krishna has three bands. He's not fully manifested, but in some places he fully manifests his three band. So similarly, his kund also again becoming three crooked form, because Pandavas and everybody allows. And Radharani's pond is like quadrangle. Radhakund is like quadrangle form, and Shyamkund is like crooked form, like Krishna. So both these kunds, they also mix sometimes. The water flows because they are eternally. It is said as per the bhav of our Gaudiya Vaishnava Siddhant, the tears of Krishna and tears of Radha. Not necessarily tears in anxiety or tears in sorrow, love of tears, the tears in separation, the tears in jubilation, the tears in joyfulness. Those tears which accumulated, and that became Radhakund and Shyamkund. And they basically perform the eternal pastimes, mixing Radha and Krishna together, and then they get to know. So that is I read one more. So also it is called Bahulastami, right? Because how many buns we have there in Radhakund? We have 12 bun. And one of the bun is Bahula bun. Bahula is the cow. She wanted to offer herself to the tiger because she was so honest and truthful. And because of this honesty and truthfulness, in her name there was a bun created called Bahula bun. So today is also called Bahulastami. Let me read this. On this day, Bahulastami, Krishna made Syamakunda, called all the sacred rivers and baths while chanting the name of each holy place. Krishna finished his bath sometimes before midnight. Even now, people still follow the same system of bathing in the holy Kund. By bathing in Radhakund on the day of Bahulastami, also called Krishnastami, one pleases Lord Hari, Bhakti Ratnakar. Radhakund appeared in this world at midnight on Bahulastami, the 8th day of the waning moon in Kartik. Every year on this day, thousands of devotees bathe in Radhakund to celebrate Sri Radhakund's merciful appearance. On Bahulastami, some of the married couples from the village will insert 5 metals, gold, silver, copper, or at least a rupee coin into a whole pumpkin, and then offer it to Radhakund with their cloth tied together. The husband and wife will bath in Radhakund while praying to be blessed with a son. People say that Radhakund usually fulfills the couple's desires, which in turn increases their attachment for Radhakund. This is Radha's compassion to ultimately attract them to the higher taste of Radha Govind's selfless loving service. So even if you have any desire or anything, then Radhakund is going to serve you. So is there anyone online who wants to have questions or anything? Prabhuji?
If someone is asking questions,
Huh? Okay. But how did they call? How did they? Oh, the speaker, they will. Oh, okay, good.
no, but from on, there is the SMS and other things also sometimes, correct? We don't have that.
Okay. No, that's fine. Just I wanted to know, don't they feel that we're neglecting, we are taking care of them also. So now I will just ask any questions or any comments from the audience here. Take some microphone. Anybody has any questions? You can come near. Okay. If not, then we can, I will read about the glories of bathing. What is the benefit you get by taking bath in the Radhakund? So you will have a desire at least. Those who are not gone to Radhakund, you will have a desire that you can go and take bath. Raghunath Das Goswami says in the Radha Kundastakam that one can immediately attain pure love of God simply by one bath in Radhakund. Krishnadas Kaviraj says the same thing in the Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhyalila 18.10. Sei kunde ekabar kore snana tande radha sama preme Krishna kore dana. Indeed, Sri Krishna gives ecstatic love like that of Radharani to whoever baths in Radhakund even once in his life. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhyalila 18.10. A devotee will at once develop pure love of Krishna in the wake of the gopis. Manjari Bhav, if he once takes a bath in Radhakund, Upadesamrita number 11. One may ask how this is possible. The answer is that the glories of Radhakund are equal to the glories of Sri Radha. Bathing in or even seeing Radhakund is the same as directly seeing and associating with Srimati Radharani. This point is confirmed in the Brihad Bhagavatamrita 2.5.33. Anyone who somehow sees the Supreme Goddess Radhika will experience prema in its real form. Although we have seen thousands of people bath in Radhakund, why it is that we have never seen anyone exhibit the signs of love of God? Right? Many people take bath in Radhakund. Then we can say, I don't see that they are getting love of God. I took bath myself. I have not seen love of God in my heart. So although we have seen thousands of people bath in Radhakund, why is it? The external effects of bathing in Radhakund mentioned by the sadhus and shastras apply only to an offenseless bather. So offenseless. So similarly when, Hare Krishna, when the Sakhis say Krishna, that offenseless chanting of Radha only can meet, right? Even Krishna doesn't attain Radha unless he is fully offenseless. So similarly, our bath should be offenseless. Means we should have a purity in our mind, purity in our heart, then we get a similar principle applies to the chanting of the holy names. For the pure devotee, the holy names reveal themselves as Radha Gopinath, full in transcendental beauty and absorbed in ecstatic loving pastimes. Chanting Hare Krishna without offenses gives liberation, but pure chanting gives prema bhakti. The offensive chanter, like the offensive bather, however, cannot taste the fruits of liberations of prema bhakti. Okay. The Madhurya Prema Braja far exceeds any other type of divine love for other forms of God like Hari, Vishnu and Narayan. Radhakund awards one Radha Krishna Prema in the mood of the Ragatmika, Brajabasi Gopis and Manjaris. Madhurya Prema, the pure and intimate love of the Braja Gopis, is far greater than the reverential devotion, Aishwarya Bhava, to Lord Hari of the residents of Mathura and Dwarka. Therefore, these two lakes are named after the divine couple, Radha Kund and Syama Kund. Assume the forms of Radha Kund and Syama Kund only to bestow mercy upon all living entities. One who bathes here will directly perceive the sweet love of Radha Govind. In great happiness, therefore, devotees bath here. So, Radha Kund's pastimes and the glorious activities are indescribable, or you can say unlimited. That means when you go, it is also called in Govardhan, the two eyes. Govardhan has two eyes, Radha Kund and Syam Kund. So it has been described in our Shastras that this is two eye of Govardhan hill, Radha Kund and Syam Kund. So Radha Kund and Syam Kund, by the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by the mercy of all the Vaishnavas and Brajavasis, they are still exist now. There are many holy places are getting vanished. Similarly, day by day, as the sinful actions are more prominent and visible, the pious things are invisible. Even though they are there, but it will not manifest. So some point of time, Govardhan hill won't be there, then the Radha Kund won't be there, Syam Kund won't be there. So why not, being in this lifetime, we take a chance, make a ticket, go and take Radha Kund, take a bath and just have a glance of the Radha Kund and Govardhan hill, so that we will be fully satisfied. So there is one, let me read, there is one beautiful pastimes. There is one here. Okay. So how after before the 5,000 years, I was talking about King Vajranav. King Vajranav is the great grandson of Krishna. He install 4 important deities like Radha Govind and all in those who are in Jaipur, and some of the deities who are installed in India personally by Vajranabh himself, and those deities are still there. So this same Vajranabh, he also renovated, or also it was lost, the Radhakund, and how he got it. So let me read the pastimes. After Sri Krishna left this planet, the original transcendental form and beauty of Radhakund became unmanifest. In other words, it disappeared from ordinary mundane vision. Vajranabh, the great grandson of Lord Krishna, came to see Hastinapur after the Lord wound up his Dwarka Lila. At the time, King Yudhishthira crowned Vajranabh the king of Mathura. Okay? It is said that the local sadhus asked King Vajranabh to uncover the pastimes places of Sri Krishna in Brajamandal. King Vajranabh toured the length and breadth of Brajamandal, but unfortunately could not find even one Leela Sthan, pastime place of Krishna. Can you believe? Vajranabh is likely maybe 200 years after Krishna left the planet. After 200 years, not a single Leela Sthan he was able to find out. Whenever we see something prominent, it is by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya whole Vrindavan was set up. There was no town of Vrindavan. Very small places are there, very few people are there. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to give something to the people in general. Not only Hare Krishna mantra, but giving the Leela Sthan means we get to remember the Lord, we get to remember the pastimes of the Radha and Krishna, and by the listening to the pastimes, you feel jubilant, isn't it? By going to that place, you feel more jubilant. And that's what you get more prema. So it is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, the Vrindavan Dham is still there. And it will remain for another 10,000 years. And after that, nothing would be there, including ISKCON. So, they asked King Vajranabh that Yamuna river and cried in despair. Suddenly the sacred Kalpavriksha, desiring fulfilling trees of Braja, spoke to the king. Can you believe a tree can speak? Yes, it's possible, right? Kalpavriksha means, if it is a mango tree, it will give mango. If you ask pineapple, can it give pineapple? No. But Kalpavriksha means you can ask pineapple, it will give you. You ask milk, it will give you. You ask cloth, it will give you. Anything that is Kalpavriksha means it has the power to give you anything and everything, whatever you desires. So the tree is talking to Vajranabh. Let's listen. Suddenly the sacred Kalpavriksha, desiring filling trees of Braja, spoke to the king. They told him exactly how to find the places of Radha and Krishna's transcendental pastimes. Overjoyed, the king jumped to the task, utilizing all the facilities at his command. He installed many of Vrindavan's famous deities such as Madan Mohan, which is in Karoli now, in Jaipur, in Rajasthan state. Govindji, which is now in Jaipur. Gopinath and Kesavji, original deity in Mathura at the Janmasthan. In Janmasthan, have you been to Mathura? Any of you? In Mathura? Okay, so Janmasthan there is Kesavji. And Haridev at the Manasi Ganga. Manasi Ganga is also the place. Haridev, that is also original deity by Vajranabh. Sri Gopal, now Srinathji. Srinathji is very famous. That is also Vajranabh. Sri Sakshi Gopal, Gopishwar Mahadev, Brindadevi, and many more. The Govinda deity which the king made looked so much like the Supreme Lord that Usha Devi, Vajranav's mother, shyly covered her face with her veil when taking his darshan. 4,500 years later, later, the same deities were rediscovered, lavishly worshipped by the 6 Goswamis. Again, point of time, all the deities are here and there. Muslims attacked and many things happened. But by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the 6 Goswamis, they actually made this dham possible. So whenever you go to the dham, we should always offer our humble obeisances to Prabhupada. Because of him we get to know. Or all the Vaishnavas, those who gave us the opportunity. Then we take shelter to all the 6 Goswamis. Because of the 6 Goswamis, the dham is now having all the Leela Sthan we are able to see. Who? Rupa Raghunatha Pade Hoiva Akuti. And the 6 Goswamis are Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami, Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, and Gopal Bhatta Goswami. So, during the time, approximately 5,000 King Bajranab rediscovered and built a bathing tank in Syamkund to commemorate the place where Sri Krishna killed the demon Arishtasura. Although not easily visible, when Syamkund is empty, one can see a wall encircling a small deep kunda in the center of Syamkund. That is called Vajrakund, because of his, which is the original kund dug by the king. Okay, let's read about the Lord Chaitanya, how he reveals Radhakund. Okay. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to Radhakund, the area was known as Aritogam, a derivation of the word Arishta, the bull demon. A few Brajbasi farmers lived here on the hill behind the Puran Radha Krishna Mandir. Besides a few cleared fields for agriculture, the whole area was surrounded by a dense jungle full of tigers and bears. Over the years, Radhakund and Syamkund had been forgotten. They are merely two neglected ponds in the middle of some paddy fields. Local farmers called them Gauri and Kalikunds. Sorry, it's not Syamkund, Kalikund. Acharyas say that Radhakund and Syamkund had practically disappeared due to the pain of separation from Radha and Krishna. Due to similar feelings of separation, Giraj Govardhan is sinking into the ground a little each day. A wonderful account of Lord Chaitanya's visit to Radhakund is given in Bhakti Ratnakar. After completing his parikrama of Brajmandal, Lord Chaitanya sat under a tamal tree near Syamkund. Although no one knew the location of Radhakund and Syamkund, Mahaprabhu revealed them amidst two paddy fields. The Lord joyfully bathed in whatever little water was there and glorified the kundas in various ways. Then Gauranga applied tilak with mud from the kundas. Amazed by Mahaprabhu's behavior, the local Brajvasis became maddened with attraction to his nectarian form. One person said, "The sannyasi is definitely not from this material world, for mine is becoming thrilled in ecstasy just by seeing him." Just by seeing him, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu God himself, just by seeing him, people are attracted towards him. Another person said, "He is not a sannyasi, he is Krishna himself. Appearing before us dressed as a renunciate. Just see the proof. All of Vrindavan is exploding in loving reciprocation with him. The cuckoos and parrots are joyfully calling out, 'Hey Syama, hey Govinda, hey Murari.' The peacocks are dancing jubilantly with their rainbow feathers fanned out in joy. Fresh and fragrant flowers are blooming in the trees. Honey is trickling down their trunks as tears of love moistening his lotus feet. Malati and Juthi wine sour sweet smelling flower upon the hand of the persons disguised as a sannyasi. With the cups of their elongated eyes, the deer are drinking the nectar of his lotus face. The cows, excited and running swiftly with raised tails, have surrounded him and are gazing lovingly upon him. Seeing their tears of ecstasy, we understand that these trees are animals of Braja, are meeting their long-lost friend. Dear brother, let us offer obeisances unto the lotus feet of the Lord, who has mercifully revealed the transcendental identity of these two paddy fields." So this is the one which is Lord Chaitanya, how he discovered the Radhakund and Syamkund. It is a paddy field, it's an agriculture field. But after that, they made Raghunath Das Goswami and many other Goswamis, they helped it out by the Baniya from Badrikashram. Lord Narayan sent someone, give money. So if a Vaishnava desires something, it's going to happen. Because a pure devotee, when they desire, is going to happen. Because Lord helps them. There are many instances where Lord sends money for their own devotees to make sure that they perform these tasks. When Madan Mohan temple was built, Sanatana Goswami, he was worshipping Madan Mohan in Vrindavan with a hut. Even there is no proper roof. And he was giving, big, thick chapati, both sides burnt. Because he has some wood with the coal. And sometimes there is no namak, no salt. And he will offer to Madan Mohan, you like to eat, that's it. I don't have anything. You want to eat that. No butter, no salt. Because they are Babajis. Sanatana Goswami, they are big Babajis. So they gave it. Lord Krishna ate that very heavily because by pure love, the purity is there. That's why they got it. So after a few years, a big merchant man, person, a Baniya, he was passing through that Yamuna river with his boat, with lot of jewelry and anything. Somehow or other, by Madan Mohan's trick, the boat got trapped into the whole the river and it could not move forward. Then the Banya came to Sanatana Goswami and he asked, my boat is in danger, please help me out. He said, I am just ordinary servant of Madan Mohan. You can pray him. No, you are a pure devotee, pray for me. And Sanatana Goswami prayed for that Banya, okay, your things will be alright. And the Banya said, if everything goes, if my business went well, successful, while returning whatever profit I will get, I will build a temple for Madan Mohan. So somehow or other, by Madan Mohan's mercy, he was able to successfully make very profitable business. And then he came back to that Babaji and he said, I got it and this is the profit. I will build the temple for you. And they built a very gorgeous temple, Madan Mohan. Madan Mohan temple, which is seen on the bank of the Yamuna, which was now destroyed by Aurangzeb, the Muslim king. Because they could not tolerate how the light of there is a diya, they put it in the top of the buildings. So when the Muslim king they saw from the distance, how come it is so visible? A big structure is an opulence, right? And they become envious. And they try to destroy those, and they build beautiful structure. Madan Mohan has been destroyed by the king. There are many temples in Vrindavan has been destroyed by the Muslim kings. There are still, few of them are still there. So Prabhupada, the example is given, many times he says that how the people have cheating tendency. So the light which was there in the top of the temple, that gives attractions. So similarly, one time what happened? One yogi came. One yogi came and he said to the king that, my dear king, and minister introduced, this is a big yogi, and what he does, that he can stay inside the cold water in the river throughout the night in the cold days, in winter. Really, let's see. Then they asked the yogi to do that. So they go in the night, they saw that the yogi is inside the water without any cloth, and he is inside the Yamuna water. And throughout the night, the next day he came, with nothing happened. Then the minister told to the king, here is the person, and he was such a great exalted yogi, we should honor him, we should reward. King generally rewards people, right? Those who do some amazing things. But the king was a little tricky person, so he said, let's go and assess what's there. So he went there, and he saw this big, beautiful temple, Madan Mohan temple, and there is a big light. Maybe he got the power from the light, warmth, the heat from the light. That's why he was not feeling cold. His argument is that. Then he did not reward him. No, I had no reward because you cheated. He went. The minister was very unhappy, but anyway. So after a few days, so the king asked for his breakfast. And minister was in charge to make the breakfast for him on that day. So he's sitting on his table and he's waiting for his breakfast to be there. Water is given. 15 minutes, no breakfast is coming. And then 20 minutes, he was very angry. I am the king. I asked, what is happening? Why my breakfast is not here? And we are cooking. Still yet. What do you mean by cooking? It's 2 hours. No, it's still going on. After half an hour, he was completely disgusted. And he went inside the kitchen, what's going on? And then he saw, who is cooking? The minister said, I allowed the cook to do that way. What they are doing is, they are putting a little candle here, and the actual pot is somewhere else. How this will go on? So the king was angry. Are you fools? Why? This is a little candle, and the pot is there, and you are cooking. How come it will get the heat? Exactly. How come the yogi will get the heat from the little candles it is burning in the top of the temple? Is it possible? Then the king realized, Then he called the yogi, okay, I will reward you. Sometimes you get lessons. So people get correction by different lessons. So we should not wait. We should accept the instructions of the sadhus in a proper mood. Because if you accept the instructions in a proper mood, and understand the whole Brajmandal Dhams, how many Brajmandal has 12 ban. Vrindavan is one ban, Bahula ban, Tal ban, Madhu ban. These are all ban means forest. 5 in one side of Yamuna, 7 in the other side of Yamuna. So there are 12 bans. So Radhakund is in which ban? Bahula ban. So in that ban, which Radhakund, Syamakund is there, which is all Giriraj Govardhan, Giriraj Maharaj is also there. And on this date, both this, if you take bath, midnight, everything happened in the midnight for Krishna. Important things. Because he killed Arishtasur around daytime, and after that, by the time he has to open his Syam Kund, and it takes time, 48 minutes to build that. So Radharani was building the Kund. So midnight they appeared, 12 o'clock. So 12 o'clock we take bath in the Radhakund. People go and take bath in the Radhakund. There are thousands of people will be there. It's very difficult to take bath on this particular day. It's also called Bahulastami. So Astami is also very important for Krishna. Krishna was born on Astamis. Radharani was born on Astamis. And his intimate favorite things are also born on Astami, like Radhakund. Radhakund is born on also Astami days. Today is Astami in Kartik month. So in this month of Kartik, both Radhakund appeared, and it gives the pleasure to all of us. And Radhakund and Syamkund, so there are many sannyasis, even Prabhupada, he allowed people to take bath, but he asked, make sure that don't consider it a swimming pool. In that mood, you do not go. He asked them to definitely can take a deep and consider it's a very highly spiritual potency there. In that mood, in a humble surrender mood, if you take bath, which is okay. But if you go and now swimming from here to there and cross across, the mood is lost, right? If you go just like swimming pool, is there any feeling of religious place? You don't feel like. You just, that's a swimming pool. You enjoy it. But the Radhakund is not a swimming pool where you go and enjoy, rather than it is a swimming pool of Krishna. When our master is taking bath, that is not our place. For we enjoy. Our master is going to enjoy there. Who is our master? Krishna. Who is our mistress? Great master Swamini is Radharani. Swamini's own kund for her own pleasure. And we are her das. Means we all are her servants to assist her so that she can meet Krishna well, she can take bath well, get fresh there, and then meet Krishna by putting different levels of sandalwood paste, fragrance, and decorate with many different kinds of things, and then please Krishna. That is the whole our system. Our parampara system is how we can come closer to Radha and Krishna, and that's what we chant this mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This means, oh Radharani, please engage me in your service. That is, our mood should be developed, that if our mood is always to enjoy, me the enjoyer, me the everything, ultimate cause, me the everything. So when you become this self-centered ideology, then your spiritual sentiment is not developed fully. When the self-centered ideology is turned towards, Radha is the real thing. Radha is the most beautiful person. Radharani is the topmost personality. I have to serve Krishna. I have to serve Radha and Krishna. If you go that one, your attention, your visa is when? I gave an example. When a family is, a small boy is born, or a girl, 6 months or 2 months, then the whole atmosphere is surrounding, pointing towards the kid. My AC has to be turned on to 70 or 69 based on the kids. My food has to be done based on the kids. No sushi, grilled food, because it may be bad for the kids. My whole windows, color, noise, TV, everything has to be surrounded based on the kids, right? Because he is our Vishaya. Similarly, if we make our life Vishaya as Krishna, if my home, if I eat meat, Krishna likes? No. If I eat egg, Krishna likes? No. If I eat, Krishna says, Patra Puspam Phalam Toyam Yame Bhakta Praichadi. Then Krishna will like. So we follow the commandment and we do. By gradually doing little, one day Krishna may like us. Just like Krishna was not allowed to enter into the Sakhi's place. Why? Krishna was offensive. Offensive chanting. Then you cannot meet. Gopis say, Sakhis says what? How can you meet Radha? They said that you have to chant the holy name. Not Krishna himself, he doesn't need to chant Krishna, Krishna. He said you have to chant Radha, Radha, Radha. And then after chanting, generally we say, right, if you chant Krishna, you'll get love of God. You come and ask, I don't get love of God. Then what is the problem? Offensive chanting. So when Krishna went to gopis, he said, Lalita Sakhi, you told me, gave me the mantra, Radha, Radha, but I don't see Radharani is coming here. Swamini won't come like this. Attentive chanting. We said, okay, attentive, full meditation, attentive chanting. But attentive chanting with offenses, how can you get it? So Krishna is chanting Radha, 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 but he is not meeting Radha. So what is doing chanting? Offensive chanting. And what is the offensive? That I'm going to enjoy Radha. You cannot meet Radha now. So it is the pastimes of Radha Krishna in the Radhakund, where Krishna displays, it is his own pleasure potency, because he is Allahadini Shakti. He is Vipralamba Bhava. Vipralamba Bhava, Allahadini Shakti, these are the things which is extremely present in the Radhakund. Radhakund is not just the kund, it has kunja. Kunja means Lalita Kunj, Seva Kunj, these are all kunj. So near Radhakund there are many kunj, which is not primarily visible now. There are many kunj which is right now also there. Okay, so let me read one more pastime. Okay. Okay. One small song we can sing and then, okay, very for Radharani, because today hard day. So we should always, Kartik is the month, we should always glorify Radha and Krishna. That should be the month where it is ample opportunity to glorify. So Radharani ki jai, we can see. Radha Rani ki jai, Maharani ki jai. Radha Rani ki jai, Maharani ki jai. बोलो बरसाने वारी की जय जय जय, बोलो बरसाने वारी की जय जय जय। राधा रानी की जय, महारानी की जय। राधा रानी की जय, महारानी की जय। बोलो बरसाने वारी की जय जय जय, बोलो बरसाने वारी की जय जय जय। ठाकुरानी की जय, हरि प्यारी की जय। ठाकुरानी की जय, हरि प्यारी की जय। वृषभानु दुलारी की जय जय जय, वृषभानु दुलारी की जय जय जय। ठाकुरानी की जय, हरि प्यारी की जय। ठाकुरानी की जय, हरि प्यारी की जय। वृषभानु दुलारी की जय जय जय, वृषभानु दुलारी। गौरांगी की जय, हे मांगी की जय। गौरांगी की जय, हे मांगी की जय। ब्रजराज कुमारी की जय जय जय, ब्रजराज कुमारी की जय जय जय। गौरांगी की जय, हे मांगी की जय। गौरांगी की जय, हे मांगी की जय। ब्रजराज कुमारी की जय जय जय, ब्रजराज कुमारी की जय जय जय। ब्रज रानी की जय, ब्रज देवी की 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 जय। गौरा बनवारी की जय 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 जय, गौरा बनवारी की जय 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 जय। राधा रानी की जय, महारानी की जय। राधा रानी की जय, महारानी की जय। बोलो बरसाने वारी की जय जय जय, बोलो बरसाने वारी की जय जय जय। ठाकुरानी की जय, हरि प्यारी की जय। ठाकुरानी की जय, हरि प्यारी की जय। Vrishabhanu Dulhari ki jai jai jai. Vrishabhanu Dulha jai jai jai. Gaurangi ki jai, he mangi ki jai. Gaurangi ki jai, he mangi ki jai. Braj Kumari ki jai jai jai. Braj Kumari ki jai jai jai. Braj Rani ki jai. Braj Devi ki jai. Braj Rani ki jai. Braj Devi ki jai. Gaura Banwari ki jai 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 jai. Gaura Banwari ki jai 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 jai. Radha Rani ki jai. Maharani ki 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 jai. This is a very nice song about Radha and Krishna. So Kartik is the month where if you chant anything, always, whether you understand or not, try to learn something about Radha and Krishna pastimes. Know chanting more Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, and know about the beautiful pastimes of Radha Krishna. Any forest which is there, the 12 forest, you can start with even Gokul Lila. If you are more towards Yashoda Mais, which is Damodar Lila, you can read the pastimes, how Damodar is cut into the rope of Mother Yashoda, 2-inch short, and always you can read the pastimes of Radha and Krishna. Radha and Krishna means the Madhurya Rasa, where how Krishna is trying to please Radharani and how gopis are trying to attack Krishna. Always it's a fight between gopis and Krishna. Krishna wants to, one time Krishna became punishable by the gopis. Means, and what cause? That they find many different things. So Radha magistrate, Radha became the magistrate, Krishna is the coming for judgment. And these are beautiful pastimes of Sri Radha and Sri Krishna. And many pastimes as I described today morning about Radhakund, where Krishna and Radha meet there eternally and where their amorous pastimes is going on. And who is arranging for them? All the gopis are arranging for them. So when the gopis are arranging for them, how they are meeting it? By the divine arrangement. Who does it? Yogamaya. So here we are meeting people, we are getting our fortune arranged by Mahamaya, which is Durga. And in Krishna Lila, when Krishna and Radha is meeting by the arrangement of Yogamaya. And who does it? Yogamaya is spiritual, Mahamaya is material. So that's the difference. So we have to go from the Mahamaya to Yogamaya potency. How do you transcend this Mahamaya to Yogamaya? There is only one channel, is chanting of this Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This mantra alone can take you to that world. That world where, just imagine, these demons, they are also so fortunate. They are able to be killed by Lord Krishna. And they attain the Sahyuja Mukti. Some of them also attain Sarup Mukti by the Krishna's mercy. Whatever it is, these demons are also fortunate enough to be killed by the Govinda, and they also attain. And Vrindavan Lila, just imagine this Lila Sthali, which is there like Seva Kunj, Nidhuban, Madhuban, which is there in Vrindavan. Those Seva Sthalis and those the Lila Sthalis, which is currently present, are not visible 500 years ago, before. Are we fortunate now? More sins are coming, more people are becoming sinful. Doesn't matter. It is the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. When a big saintly person appear, then we can reveal, that saintly persons can reveal the confidential pastimes of Radha and Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came here not to award you some, big wives, big car, big bungalows. That can be awarded by ordinary demigods. Not only ordinary demigods, some politicians also can award such things, isn't it? So what to speak of, even if you want, you can get those by the demigods. Krishna is there to give you everything. Radhakund is there to give you everything, material and spiritual, both things, as Maharaj mentioned here. So people go there. But at the same time, their whole and purport of objective of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is to give love of God. And love of God is only given by whom? By Krishna himself. And it is a treasure house. Treasure house, that is in the heart. How can somebody, even though you are dealing business with someone, even though you know persons like President of America, but you cannot know his heart unless you are very intimate, close to him. And he cannot give those confidential things to outside without his permission, even though you know. So similarly, love of Godhead is a very confidential thing. It is called Panchama Purusartha. Kam, Arth, Moksha, and Gyan. Dhan Prapti, Kam Prapti, Moksha Prapti. These four things, which is given in the Vedic injunctions, are available by studying the Vedas. By reading Vedas, you can understand how to attain money, how to attain liberation, how to attain something else. So this has been already there in the Vedas. You don't need to go anywhere else. But how do you get love of Godhead, which is not described in the Vedas? Dullabham, adullabham. Because this is rarely found. And who is giving those? Lord Chaitanya, when he appeared in this one in 1486, 500 years ago, in Bengal, Mayapur, Navadip Mayapur, then he gave this knowledge of God. He gave how you sambandha, how do you develop relationship with God, and abhidaya, and how do you mature our relationship, and what is the end goal, what is the ultimate goal of our present, and what is the necessity of relationship. Suppose if I have a relationship, what is the outcome of the relationship? Am I loving you? Am I fighting with you? And what is my goal? My goal of relationship, business relationship, is to win a contract. My goal of having a relationship with my boss is to get a good recognition at the end of the year, or good performance report, or something else. There is some motive, some objective behind those relationships. But when we establish a relationship with God, what is the end goal? Is love. What is the outcome of that relationship? That is love. And those things, those love, how we'll get it? Then we have to, if you want to be a rich man, how to be a rich man? First thing, you have to find a rich man who became rich, so that you get an experience. Right? Then we apply his tricks and techniques. Then you become rich. Suppose if you go ask a beggar who is in the street, homeless, give me $1, he's waiting. You go and ask, sir, yes, can you tell me how to become rich? He's a beggar. He's not even getting $1 per day. How can he tell you? Even he tells, is it effective? But if you go to a rich man, ask him, Bill Gates, can you, sir, give me some tricks? How do I become a rich man? Yes, you follow this. Get up at 6 o'clock, work hard, 14 hours, employee, give this, some 20 tips, you write it down, you follow it. There is a chance. Everything depends on the destiny of the Lord, by the mercy of the Lord. There is a chance you may be rich or not. But at least you are in the right track. Similarly, if you wanted to get love of God, we have to knock the door of a gopis. How do you get? We have to knock the door of a Brajvasi. But where is the Brajvasi here? In America, can you find? Okay. Oh, you are in Lawrence Expressway, you are in Fremont. Are you Brajvasi? Brajvasi, don't disturb me in the morning. People give this. So we have to knock the door of ISKCON. Prabhupada is there. He is the Brajvasi here. When you get the association of his books by Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, then we get to know how to love God. And who is the emblem of this whole love? The emblem of the personifications of the love is Srimati Radharani. Because there is no one superior to her, there is no one equal to her also. There is no one equal to her, Radharani, and there is no one superior to her also in making love with Krishna. Just like when Maharaj Radharani left, Krishna left. When there is a big news, oh, Radha Krishna is absent, where they are. Find out what they are. Now the gopis are finding, oh, Krishna is not loving, he is always with Radha, and then many things happen, then there is a big team spirit come, and then finally Krishna reappeared, again they did perform rasa dance. So Krishna wants all of us to become his close associates, like become his gopis or manjaris, join his Brajalila. Don't even go to Vaikuntha. When Krishna comes, he doesn't want to give you liberations to the Vaikuntha even. What do you go, doorkeeper, Jai Vijay? Opulence, Ascharya, what will do? There is no love, reverence, awe and reverence. Can you believe if somebody has a Braj Bhav and going in, he's sitting in Vaikuntha, oh, can he stand? He will be awe and reverence, big mantras are going on, Vedas. No, Krishna wants all of us to become gopis and manjaris, so that he enjoys that. It is protected by the quadruple expansion. Pradyumna, Vasudeva, Sankarsana, Aniruddha. This quadruple expansion are protected by Vaikunthas. And big Vaikunthas, thousands of Vaikunthas. In that Svetadipas, in this Mathura is there, Dwarka is there. And in between there is a big protections of Vrindavan. And there has been a big concentrated is Radhakund. So that's what our Acharya says always, they have joined in the Radhakund pastimes. Because Radhakund is superior than even Yamuna. Taking bath in Yamuna, 1,000 times you take bath in Yamuna, it's not equivalent to taking one bath in Radhakund. Because you get love of God. Krishna, it is Radharani herself, is the personification, her tears, her joy of tears, her joy of jubilation, the joy of separation, the Vipralamba Bhav, Alladini Shaktis, everything, as I mentioned, concentrated spiritual potency is fully exist and manifest in Radhakund. Radhakund is not like going and bathing place. There are many kunjas are there. There are Ashtasakhi kunja. Krishna goes, can you believe, just 50 minutes Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita and we are taking years and years to understand Bhagavad Gita. If you understand Bhagavad Gita, there is a chance to go Bhagavatam. And then you go to Chaitanya Charitamrita. Then you talk about the Radha Krishna Lila. When we have time to talk about Radha Krishna Lila, we are not completing our, but Krishna says, anyway, come to me. Come to Radhakund, I am open. I have given the mercy. When Krishna left this planet 5,000 years ago, just after 100 years ago, Vajranav, his great grandson, was there. Radhakund was not there. So are you more superior now? Not we. It is mercy of Lord Chaitanya. We have to understand what is the cause behind the Radha Krishna to be manifest and present in our mundane eyes. Because of Lord Chaitanya and his 6 Goswamis. Those who demonstrated that these people should be given love of God only. Only love of God they should be given. Because that is the whole thing in our heart. And once we get fully manifest the love of God in everybody's heart, there is no need for anything else. Just like gopis, they don't need anything from anyone else. Because Krishna is supplying everything, Krishna is giving everything. There is no such conception of me needing something, me desiring something. There is only a sustenance of the existence of the Supreme Lord Krishna in their heart. 24/7 in their heart, they can see the omnipresence of Lord Krishna and that bhav. When, as I mentioned to you, that to Krishna, that let me repeat the story which is giving the full manifestation of the Radhakund. In the Radhakund is the bhav of Madhurya bhav. Madhurya bhav means there is no presence of tinge presence of Aishwarya, tinge presence of Vasalya or Dasya or anything. Madhurya means it's a complete beyond friendship. And as I mentioned to you, when Krishna is there meditating, and Radharani came, she's also meditating on the form of Krishna there, both of them, and Radharani is transformed herself into Krishna. And she is wearing a Rudraksha mala, and then they are meditating both. When Gopis and Sakhis came, they saw two Krishna meditating. So who is the real Krishna? Two Krishna, when they are meditating, who is the real Krishna? So Gopis, they think, maybe this one, maybe that one. Then they did some assessment, and based on that, they found out the one who is wearing the Rudraksha and all, she may not be Radha, because that may be Krishna. Because Krishna does all kind of trickery to us, so it may be he. So let's go to the other Krishna, who may be Radharani, in the form of Krishna. So they came to actual Krishna, considering him to be Radharani, because both have transformed their body into Krishna. When they came, then Krishna changed his voice Radharani's voice, and he talks in that way. Oh, thank you. Oh, Swamini, we're just looking for you. You are meditating here. Then Krishna talked in very nice way about in Radharani's voice. So they are they concluded, this is Radharani. And then they talk about things, how Krishna is bad, how Krishna did us this, that. So Krishna, I should do so many things. So he wants to also understand their core of their heart. They're talking someone whom we know that he's your friend, but he's in disguised form. Just imagine he's talking everything. He's bad. Krishna is, then Krishna started doing the amorous pastimes with his gopis. And they are saying, what are you doing? No, this is the way how Krishna does with me. That's what I'm experimenting with you. But Krishna is indirectly enjoying his gopis. Similarly, those pastimes which has been very restrictive, and in Radhakund especially, those are manifest. Because Krishna talks, and Krishna, when finally they found out that this is duplicate Radharani, she's not Radharani, he's Krishna himself. And they're, oh my goodness, you are there, you are cheating, you're a cheater boy, and taking all our credits here, and then we have to go to our Swamini, which is Radharani. So whole things spread out again, and they try to mix with each other, that who is the real Krishna. So this is called Ashtakaliya Lila. Ashtakaliya Lila means there is 8 prahars. Every prahar, every hours, Radha Krishna Nitya Lila Karila Prakash. Means Radha and Krishna, Nitya means eternally, Lila means pastimes, Prakash means manifested. Radha Krishna Nitya Lila Karila Prakash. Bhagavan Krishna always manifests his Lila in Radhakund. That's why it is called Ashtakaliya Lila. Every hours there are different activities going on. Demons killing, this or that. But in Radhakund, concentrated Madhurya's Lila is fully manifest. That's why all the Vaishnavas Acharyas in our Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya recommend to go and reside in Radhakund. Radhakund is the topmost place. Who is the topmost? As per the nectar of instruction, Vaikuntha. After Vaikuntha is Mathura. Beyond Mathura is, let me read this nectar of instruction. The holy place known as Mathura is spiritually superior to Vaikuntha, the transcendental world, because the Lord appeared there. Superior to Mathura, Puri is the transcendental forest of Vrindavan because of Krishna's Rasalila pastimes. And superior to the forest of Vrindavan is Govardhan Hill, for it was raised by the divine hand of Sri Krishna and was the site of his various loving pastimes. And above all, the super excellent Sri Radhakund stands supreme, for it is overflowed with this ambrosial nectarian prema of the Lord of Gokula, Sri Krishna. Where then is the intelligent person who is unwilling to serve this divine Radhakund, which is situated at the foot of Govardhan Hill? Those people who are fools, they do not know the glories of Radhakund. Because Gokula is also Vatsal Rasa, Varsana is also Vatsal Rasa, but Radhakund is complete Madhurya Rasa. Means conjugal affairs between Radha and Krishna, which is fully there. So that's what we desire and aspire and meditate and thinking to go to Radhakund, stay there, serve there, take bath. And in Kartik month, this is a special day. Many things happens about Radharani, and we should go there. And the Jugal Murti, Radha and Krishna Jugal Murti, Radha and Krishna pastimes, Radha and Krishna Lila, how he deals with Sakhis, how he deals with his boyfriend, how he deals with killing the things. All the things in the month of Kartik especially, at least 1 month, we spend to know about Radha and Krishna, nothing else. Just to learn about Radha and Krishna, 1 month we dedicate ourselves. Just to learn about Radha and Krishna. In month of Kartik, then our life would be successful. Radharani will bless you all. Because as you chant, Bolo Jai Jai Sri Radhe. Bolo one more time. Sri Radhe. Sri Radhe. Thank you very much. Any questions from anyone? Any comments? Anyone from online, Prabhuji? Okay. So we are good. So what we do is now we'll have Guru Puja. So we'll do Prabhupada Artik, and then after that we'll have some prasadam for all of you. Okay? Thank you everyone for coming. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma. Bandhamoy Savadhana Mate Bandhamoy Savadhana Jaharo prasade bhai e bhava turiya jai. Jaharo prasade bhai e bhava turiya jai. Krishna prapti aya jaha aite Krishna prapti aya jaha aite Guru mukha padma vakya Chittete kariya ekya. Guru mukha padma vakya Chittete kariya ekya. Arana kari ho mane asha Arana kari ho mane asha. Shri Guru Charane Rati Aise Uttama Gati. Shri Guru Charane Rati Aise Uttama Gati. Je prasade pure sarva asa Je prasade pure sarva asa. Chakshudan dilo jehi janme janme prabhu se Chakshudan dilo jehi janme janme prabhu se. Divya gyan nide prakashito Divya gyan nide prakashito Divya gyan nide prakashito Divya gyan nide prakashito. Prema bhakti jaha haite avidya vinas jate Prema bhakti jaha haite avidya vinas jate Prema bhakti jaha haite avidya vinas. Vede gaye jahan racharito Vede gaye jahan racharito. Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adhama Janar Bandhu Guru Karuna Sindhu Adhama Janar. Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adhama Janar Bandhu Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adhama Janar Bandhu Guru Karuna Sindhu Adhama Janar. Loknath lokera jivana Loknath lokera jivana Loknath lokera jivana Loknath lokera jivana. Prabhupada patita pavana Prabhupada patita pavana. Prabhupada loila sarana Gurudev lohila sarana Gurudev lohila sarana. Ha ha Prabhu kar daya deha more pad chaya. Ha ha Prabhu kar daya deha more pad chaya. Evedas gosuk tribhuvana, Evedas gosuk tribhuvana, Evedas gosuk tribhuvana, Evedas gosuk tribhuvana, Prabhupada patita pavana, Prabhupada loila sarana, Hey Prabhupada patita pavana, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatharine Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatharine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hindu Nityananda. We can turn this side. Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Satabina Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radhe Radha Madan Mohan Radha Jaya Radha Damodara Radha Damodara Radhe Radha Damodara Radha Damodara Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Sri Radhe Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Sri Radhe Jaya Mahaprabhu Jaya Mahaprabhu Jaya Mahaprabhu Jaya Mahaprabhu Jaya Mahaprabhu Jaya Mahaprabhu Jaya Lakshmi Narasingha Jaya Lakshmi Narasingha Jaya Lakshmi Narasingha Jaya Lakshmi Narasingha Nithai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nithai Gaura Hari Bol Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jaya Gurudev 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 Jai Jai Gurudev Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Paribrajikacharya Ashtotra Satavacharanar Bhaktivedanta Swami Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada Maharaj Ki Nityalila Pravishta Ashtotra Sadasila Bhakti Siddhanta Sajiva Thakur Prabhupada Maharaj Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda Ki Prem Se Kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Chaitanya Gadadhara Srasti Gaura Bhaktivinoda Ki Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gopinath Syam Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan Ki वृंदावन धाम मथुरा धाम की नवदीप मायपुर धाम की जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की श्री 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 राधा कुंड महामहोत्सव की राधा कुंड आविर्भाव की श्री श्री बहुलाष्टमी की श्री श्री बहुलावन की जय जय श्री वृंदावन धाम की श्रीमद् भागवतम की श्री श्री ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की हरिनाम संकीर्तन महायज्ञ की समवेत भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा दामोदर भगवान की श्री श्री कार्तिक व्रत की ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द assembled devotees all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga Hari Hari Bo. There, you can offer ghee lamp, then we'll serve prasadam.